Hi, it's Dr. K here. Hope you're keeping well. Now, I just wanted to give a little preamble video to give you a bit of context as to how it came about that both myself and my wife were arrested at our property in front of our 3 traumatized children by 6 police officers, because I think this story is a parable about everything that's wrong with the police and everything that's kind of wrong with our culture. Because this should never, ever have happened. Anyway, to cut a long story short, this is what happened. We have a chapel on our property, a Catholic chapel. Priests are difficult to come by, particularly those who say the traditional Latin Mass, and we have Mass about once a month. When we can find a priest, okay? So we were recommended a priest by a good Catholic family who had the support of a bishop who we had known for 15 years. We didn't know this priest, but on those recommendations, we accepted him to come and say Mass at our chapel. Now, before he came to our property, he had some strange preconditions, like he insisted on complete secrecy, that no one should know his name. He wouldn't tell us who ordained him, and it was a little bit weird that he should have all these preconditions, but I agreed to them because I wanted to have Mass in the chapel, and he had been recommended, and so we welcomed him in good faith. However, during the course of the day, there were loads and loads of red flags about this guy. He did not ring true at all. First of all, you have a parent's intuition. You had the desire for secrecy. Several things he was saying were completely off, and things did not add up. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the guy left, the fake priest, we shall call him, and we heard that he had been going around and was going around to families offering to say private masses, particularly for families with children. And so I decided to do a little bit of digging, because we didn't even know who had ordained him and where he had been working. We found out he had been working on the island of Martinique, the Caribbean island of Martinique, for the official Catholic Church. And so I sent a reference request, just for our own satisfaction, about this priest to see if they knew anything about him, because he was a bit of an enigma and there were loads and loads of red flags. I said, do you know anything about this priest? Who is he? Is he a priest in good standing? Have you heard of him? And then we completely forgot about it. Moved on with our lives, until about 3 weeks later, I received a bombshell of an email from the Archdiocese of Martinique, an official email from the official Catholic Church, saying that this priest had been laicized or defrocked due to child abuse, and obviously should not have been operating as a priest. Now, my first response was anger, because this priest had had access to my children, who are all 14 and under. He had heard their confessions, and I was really angry. Any parent would be angry at this. And so I took the official document saying that he had been laicized or defrocked due to child abuse, and I forwarded this document to his direct superior, the bishop, who had recommended him. And this bishop we had known for 15 years. His response was to block me. Right? I mean, you couldn't make this stuff up. And I thought he was going to say, oh, right, we're going to do a thorough investigation. We'll take him out of public ministry. This needs to be... No, he blocked me. So then I proceeded to send emails to the bishop and to this priest, asking for a response. What's going on? What's your... what's going to be done about this guy? He's going around to families, celebrating Mass. He's still in public ministries, despite having been laicized due to child abuse. And I sent several private angry emails, both to the bishop and to the priest, saying what is going on. This is a safeguarding issue, right? This priest should not be in public ministry. And this is where it gets really, really weird. I forgot all about it. I had no response from the bishop, anything, nothing, heard nothing. Forgot about it. We tried our best, and this is where it gets really, really weird. Apparently, Father Fake, let's call him Father Fake, with the support of this bishop, took my private angry emails, justifiably angry emails, to the police, I believe in London, and showed them my emails and reported me and my wife for harassment. As a result of my private emails, both to the bishop and this priest, And I was genuinely angry, but these were private emails. Have you ever sent a private email that's angry? And that's what led to the police coming around and arresting me and my wife in front of my children. Now, this beggars belief, this whole case beggars belief, but I'll leave it to you to make your own mind up. But that is the preamble, what led to this arrest. A complaint by Father Fake due to harassment because of my private emails wondering why a priest laicized due to child abuse was still in public ministry, supported by the bishop. You couldn't make this stuff up. God bless, enjoy the video, and take care.
Oh, it's not this one then. Sorry, nothing to worry about. Honestly. Thanks, Bobby. Honestly. Scaring the life out of another lady. Yeah. Hardwick Farm. That's why. Take a Sierra 120, 69.1. We're heading to Hawks Farm Close, or Hawks Farm, what's it called? Hawk Farm, to arrest Brandon and Lorraine Kavanagh for harassment. And whilst we're there, we're going to do a Section 18, Section 32, sorry, pay search. There we go. Get ready for some interesting responses.
This is exciting. Yeah.
Hi, was this Brendan?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let me just record. This is kind of unusual. What's going on?
Okay, so currently you've been placed under arrest for harassment.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Hold on.
Listen to my colleague.
Just listen to me quickly.
to my
I'll
colleague.
explain everything. Yeah, I'll explain everything. So you're under arrest on suspicion of harassment. Okay?
Harassing who?
Okay, we'll explain to
through all
you.
of
Give us
that,
2
yeah.
seconds.
Oh, but my children are in there.
Just let us speak,
Okay.
and we'll go through that afterwards.
Harassment for who? I don't understand.
So you do not have to say
Thank you.
anything, but it may harm your
I
defence.
don't know what's going on.
Let me explain
Hands to
the
the back.
caution, okay? So you do not have to say anything,
your arm round.
but it may harm your defence if you do not mention one question. Some people later rely on in court, okay? Anything you do say may be given an
I completely don't understand.
Do you understand the court?
I don't understand what you're doing.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got 3 young children.
Okay, listen to what he's going to
listen
take.
to me.
Yes, I'm listening.
Right, so you're under arrest currently, right, on
For what?
suspicion of harassment.
For who?
We'll go through all that shortly. I've explained
Okay.
the caution to you, okay? So the
Yeah.
grounds of the arrest are that from the 10th of March you made apparently a number of posts online and on social media harassing an individual, okay, and making serious allegations.
Yes.
It's about someone from the church. I don't know.
Yes.
Bishop Moran.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Bishop Moran.
That's yes.
Just remember,
Okay.
you're under caution, so anything you do say will be given an
Yeah,
evidence.
safeguard.
Okay?
Yeah, we've got serious safeguarding concerns.
Okay, that's fine, but we need to interview you in relation to that. Because
Yeah,
an allegation
sure.
has been made. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Who's with the children? Is there another adult?
Our children are homeschooled, but
How old are they?
It's all right. Can you take the handcuffs? I'm not going to run.
How old are the children?
We keep you on just for the time being, and then we'll assess it in a second.
Okay.
How old are the children?
Well, first of all, there's no need to put me in handcuffs.
Sir,
I'm not going anywhere.
sir, how old are the children, please?
My children are 12, 10, and 8. So if you could,
Louis, okay, just hold it.
I mean, look, I'm not going to run off.
Okay, we'll look at that.
Well,
So I
look,
just need
I'm
to
not a
explain-
dangerous character. I mean, this is just unnecessary.
Just to explain
So I'd like to also record this with my own camera.
Okay. Well, our cameras are recording as well. Okay. We are actually seizing the phone.
Okay, well, first of all, there's three things. First of all, it's unnecessary. I've got 3 children here,
Okay, I understand.
and there's a safeguarding concern.
However, an allegation has been made, and
That's
as
fine.
part of that allegation,
I'm happy
we need
to talk about
interview
it.
you, and there's
No
evidence that we need to collect, okay?
We're
Let's take it away, because obviously,
What about my children? There's a
We're
safeguarding-
going to. We need to take that into consideration.
away from your mum.
Okay.
I just wanted to explain the
Obviously, you're both under
necessity.
arrest for the same
Okay.
allegation.
This is unbelievable.
So we've got Brandon Kavanagh's mobile phone. That's seized at 10:54.
Right, but the first, okay, right, the first, yeah, you can do whatever.
Let you know the time of arrest is 10.
Yeah, sure. Right, there's 3 things we need to do. First of all, you don't need to put me in. I've got 3 young children here on the property. I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
They'll be left here on their own, and I need to sort that out. You can come with me, but
Now they've been arrested, we can 32 the house and then
So what I just wanted to say is, Chris,
Can you go like this for me? Thank you, it's alright. So you don't have to say anything.
Okay.
Don't harm your defence. Like that.
Do I have to wear handcuffs?
Just like that. Just for now. We can take them
I've
off.
got 3 children in the house.
I understand, I understand, I understand.
They are, Gemma is 14. I'm not going to resist you.
I understand, it's just for now, and very, very loose. So, look,
I promise
you are under arrest, you don't have to say anything, but may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something you which you later rely on in court, okay? And what you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand?
Yeah, of course. If
Okay.
we have to go into the station, what are we going to do about our children?
We can work that out, but look, the time is 10:53. You do understand? Okay, so just talk through the grounds with you.
No, I do understand.
So it's been alleged that you've been posting on social media some videos and also texting the victim about allegations of paedophilia. Okay, so your necessity for arrest today is to allow for prompt investigation via a search and also via an interview. Okay.
Do you agree with interviewing us in the house? Yeah, can I take this off, please? Because I'm really not going to resist you. And really, I think you're a little bit stronger than me.
100%.
So,
do you agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
okay. My husband hasn't got handcuffs.
It's really just precautionary. I completely
However, wait,
understand.
how old are the children? All of them?
14, 12 and 9.
12 and 9.
Yeah.
This one, again, I did it very, very loosely because I could tell it's purely precautionary, okay?
That's fine.
We are going to have to do a search, so it's a section 32 search case. I'll get my colleague here to do a search on you.
dangerous character. I mean,
So-
this is just unnecessary.
So just say that you're aware, so your property, because you've been arrested here, and the nature of the offence, we're going to have to search your property as well, okay? Do you have a microphone with you at the moment?
I've got a mobile phone, it's just in the car. I'll
That's fine, leave it there for now.
Okay, well, first of all, there's 3 things. First of all,
My colleague want to do a search.
My colleague here is going to search you.
Wait.
and there's a safeguarding concern.
However, an allegation has been made. As part of that allegation,
I'm
we
happy
need
to talk about
interview
it.
you,
That's
and
no
there's evidence
problem.
that
Cooperating with the search.
We're totally
Right, let's take you away.
But hold on, what about my children? There's a
No,
Let's pop you away.
To explain the necessity. Okay.
Thank you for cooperating, all right?
That's all right. I mean, you've got to do your job, haven't you? I have no criminal record. I haven't been harassing anyone.
Just to let you know, you are unfortunate, okay, so you don't have to say anything.
Okay, no, I understand.
You have your opportunity.
Yeah, it's probably better if I speak to you. Are we able to interview us in the house?
I don't believe so.
Can our children come with us to the station?
We'll definitely sort out your children. There won't be a problem.
Yeah. I don't want them just to be looked after by someone they don't know.
Of course, we understand. We
They're able
understand.
to come with us.
Again, I can't confirm that right
Sit in
now.
another room or something.
Perhaps it might be
They're
available.
not toddlers, and I
Okay.
don't want them to be worried.
I understand. I completely understand. Yeah, we'll do as much as we can. You haven't got anything on you that could hurt you, all right?
That's fine.
How many dogs you got?
We've got 2.
Okay.
We've got 2. We've got some chickens. We've got some goats as well out there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
There's a lip balm.
That's fine.
It's a tissue.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just said about our children, they need to come with us to the station because we can't just leave them.
My colleague over there will be talking to the sergeant and working it out. Okay, they're fully aware of everything.
Is that okay?
Yes. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, it will be. But they'll work something out. Okay.
So is there like a legging underneath the dress?
Yeah, there is.
Surgery on the basement. That's okay.
Okay, yeah. You can do it. There's nothing in there.
Right, where's Gemma, Zoe, Stacky?
Why are you calling them out?
Well, because I want to, Gemma, can you...
We need to tell them what's happening, because they'll be worried.
They've been taken off by the police. Gemma, can you come here, please?
Listen, Brendan, keep calm, because it's probably the best thing to
We don't
do.
want to panic the children.
Yeah, I don't want to upset the children.
We're good. Lovely. Okay.
If we're coming to the station, can I get my bag and can I get my
Again, my colleague will work that all out for you. We're going to be standing here for a little bit, sorting things out. Okay.
I know why you're here, but I think it's probably better we talk.
Yeah, you are on
Being
caution,
interviewed.
so yeah, we'll wait until interview. Yeah.
Good girl. Look, we'll sort this out very soon. There's nothing to worry about. Can you just come and tell them what's going on? It's all about the Kerry Moran situation.
Yeah.
They're going to take us to the police
who could come and look after the children, and she may be able to.
And you'd be all right with that?
A friend
Yeah.
or family.
You're just talking about
so
that
I
now,
have got
yeah.
a friend who I can call who can come and look after the children if she's willing, but I don't know if I'm allowed to use my phone and call anyone.
No, because we need.
Or could they, what would be easiest if they could, I don't know how long will be, I've got her number, yeah, I need to get it, not off by heart, no. What happens in situations, are we allowed to, I mean, I don't usually leave the children alone in the house
Yeah.
without me.
Normally there'll be a
Well, the Gemma is
safeguarding.
14.
Yeah, so there'll be a safeguarding. We'll make sure we'll make sure they're safe again. My colleague will work it all out. I understand that you're worried
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
what I'm concerned about. I'm a teacher and I haven't been harassing anybody. But
Okay.
obviously we need to discuss this.
Yeah, okay. Again, got to remind you, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
You're
fine.
under caution.
It's fine. Listen,
And,
you're doing
yeah.
your job and I understand that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever will be, we'll work out at the station.
Yeah.
Just let you know, it might look a little bit heavy-handed.
Yeah.
That's only because there's a few of us that are students here today.
Okay, yeah, I'm wondering that.
Yeah.
Why is there so many just for us? Are we going to...
Yeah, there's lots of students here as well.
So your camera's still on this?
It is, yeah.
Cool, keep it on. So what we're going to do, so your vehicle that's there, obviously we see you in it prior beforehand with your partner.
Yeah.
Obviously your phone's in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to section 32 place
Yeah.
the vehicle so we can search it and get your phone out of it.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is you won't be able to, but we'll be able to get the number off the phone for you.
Okay.
For Becky and
Yeah.
whatnot. However, obviously because your phone is going to be part of the investigation and you're going to be willing to give us your PIN to your phone.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, I have to do that, so I will. Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
Do I not?
No, you don't have to. So we're asking you to give us your PIN.
Yeah.
But if you refuse to do so, it's entirely up to you. If you wish to give it to us, then it's up to you.
But I need to get the number
entirely
for someone to look after the children, unless
Yeah.
I'm able to bring them to the station.
Again, we'll try and work that out.
Why you've got cups? I've got my phone. You're welcome to have it.
Brendan, if you reassure them you're not going to start attacking them, they'll take the handcuffs off.
That's all right. I mean, you know, it's an experience.
If I could just get your details, please, sir.
I mean, surely your intuition must be completely out.
remember what my husband says is correct.
What
Surely
phone is it?
it's an Apple iPhone. It's in the car.
What one is it?
I can't remember. 14.
And are you willing to give us the PIN?
Well, I need to call someone to look after the children, so yes.
Okay, what's your PIN?
0509, which is my date of birth.
Right, okay.
What colour is your phone?
It's black. It's just on the car
Yeah,
seat,
that's
actually.
fine. What we'll do, so Everett, you and Jay are going to search the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah? What?
I just want to see Zaki, Gemma and Zoe before they put me in the back of the van.
Yeah, listen, are you all three there? I'm going to call Becky.
I'm concerned about my children.
I'm concerned about them too.
I'll see them coming here, they won't be left alone.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. We're not going to leave children of that age.
No.
I do apologise. I'm losing my voice at the moment.
If possible, I'd like it to be Becky. I mean, let's
That's
see what
fine.
she can do.
So then my colleague here, my other colleagues over there, they're going to search the vehicle. Once they're done with the search, what we'll do is the phone, we'll use it to call Becky quickly.
Yeah.
We'll get the number of it, we'll write it down.
Yeah.
Then we will use my work phone to call Becky.
Yeah, and can I get two numbers, her and her husband? They've got a 62 number, we know them from church, so hopefully
I think Jay and Everett should have colours of the vehicle. So
am I also allowed to get a jacket, or am I not?
Yeah,
allowed?
definitely. You definitely are, but
When can
with
I do
us.
that? Yeah, with you.
Yeah, with us. Yeah.
That's fine.
Bobby, are we able to get a jacket for the rain here?
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
There's Becky.
I want to get Becky. I haven't phoned her and asked her yet.
We've got a search. I want you want to check it.
Zoe, don't worry. I'm going to get Becky to come and look after you. We're not going to prison, okay? But the police do want to question us. You don't cry.
She can come over.
Zoe, come here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Listen, it's about the case. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. We're not going to be put. Please don't worry. We're not going to be put in prison. I promise you. But I'm going to try and get Becky to look after her. Yeah. So I'm going to ask. It's about the camera situation. We're not going to be in prison, but they did just question us. Okay, so we might be in the police station for 4 hours. We're not going to be put in prison. They can't throw us in jail.
Is the vehicle locked?
That vehicle, no.
No, it should be opened.
It should be open.
Mum and Dad are just coming over and said you're helping us out with something today. So they'll be back soon.
Days overnight.
No, you're not going to be kept for days, no.
We'll be kept overnight.
So we can keep you for up to 24 hours.
Okay.
We can. However, that is not the goalpost. We're not aiming to do that.
Yeah.
You've been arrested fairly early, so I would hope that you'd be interviewed today and you'd be dealt with today.
And then so
and then you'd
you
be able
don't expect that we're going to need to
I
leave
don't
overnight?
expect that you'd be kept overnight. However, I would be lying if I didn't say that was.
Kim, I've found some documents there that I think might be emails. There's some documents there. I think they're definitely emails mentioning that name that was mentioned.
Happy days.
Yeah, I've just popped them on there.
Water bottle. I'm getting nothing interesting here.
We'll lift this up.
Let me get that. Get that. I have to say there's nothing there.
Yeah. Let's open up.
Let's work it out.
Must be a lever.
Definitely will be. Oh, is it? No, that's the
seat, yeah.
Let me get my knees. Look around. Yep.
Bag down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah.
Just open the boot now, shall I?
There's a couple there, just seeing those documents.
Oh, yeah. Do you want one of these?
Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, if I do find something.
Should I get him?
Search me. Can you write down? I'm going to go back to custody. Can you write down the rest? Yeah. So the grounds were been allegations made that he posted a number of things online harassing an individual. 10th of March. Now, what the ground story? Yeah.
Is that anything? Camera.
Pardon? Hello? What was that, sorry?
Is that anything? Camera person? No.
No, we just asked Bob what's going on.
Oh, has he moved them? Sorry. What is? Have you moved the keys?
Oh, yeah, they're here, yeah.
Where are they, mate? Well, we need to keep hold of them. Keep hold of them for now.
He's in the van. Okay. So he'll be going to the same police station. Have we sorted children?
We'll just search Lorraine's jacket pocket for it.
Okay, that's fine.
Just search this bag.
I'll get the bag.
I've got bags on the back seat, Kim.
No. Cheers,
Anything else?
no, I just got some documents.
Oh, I would have loved that. Could really do with season something.
10-9.
You expect the builder?
Yeah, that's everything in there. Haven't gone in there yet.
No.
Nothing, mate. Nothing. We've got some invoice pamphlets, but asked Kitten and she said no. It's a lot about it was a lot about cameraman that they employ a lot of, I think. But I've body worn it, so I can review it if needed. I haven't searched any of this yet.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
is all just...
Yeah,
this is church stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you've already had a look at this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you looked at the kiwi polish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the shoes and everything that I've already looked at. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you. So what's that, the power documents?
Yeah, I won't get Jack Cowley to deal with it. Jack Lane too.
You're welcome, mate.
James, is that you? It's Lorraine here. Can you hear me? James, I really need to talk to you. Sorry to phone you when you're working. It's a bit of an emergency, and I promise I'm not pranking you. Okay? Brendan and I have been arrested. Okay? We've been arrested for harassment. It's due to the situation that I think you're aware of with this priest. We really need your help. Please, can you come and look after the children who are questioned at the station, you or Becky? You can bring all your children here. You can eat whatever's in the fridge. You can look after the animals. Please, can you come? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and listen,
I'm there having a chat with. I'm just getting ready to take the dogs for a walk. This is about 10 to 10 on the 1st of April. I'm just having a little chat there with Lorraine. I've got my Wellingtons on, beautiful summer day, and Lorraine was doing something in the car and I was going to take the dogs for a walk. So this is just the preamble. Then first of all, what happens is the first police car comes. This is from our home security footage. So there's police car number 1. Now, when I looked around, I thought sometimes they come around to turn around. I thought he had lost the way. And I thought, oh, he's probably at the wrong address. So you can see me there looking out rather. And then suddenly a second car comes in. That's me there walking across. That's Lorraine. And then a van. That's myself and that's my wife. And we thought, what is going on? So then you can count the amount of officers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm standing over there. I think it's about 6 officers there. And they tell me, I'm standing there, right down there, that's me. They tell me that I'm under arrest and I'm confused. I don't know, they put me in handcuffs. You can see them there putting me in handcuffs. They take my phone and they surround me, and also Lorraine has been taken off. Unfortunately, it's not on the footage because it's off camera. She also is arrested and handcuffed, and of course the children are shocked. They were quite aggressive, and unfortunately the sound didn't come out. But you can imagine what he was like, just getting ready to take the dogs for a walk and 6 police officers come out and surround you and put you in handcuffs and arrest your wife as well. As I said, unfortunately you can't see Lorraine's arrest because she's off camera, and there's no sound. But anyway, just to let you know what was going on, I'm talking to them because I'm confused. I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, what are you here for? And they tell me the charge. I'm incredulous. I said, what are you talking about? So I have a little bit of a questioning session about what is this all about, because I'm surrounded by a whole load of police officers and I'm in handcuffs just about to take the dog for a walk. And what was more shocking was Lorraine was also arrested. So I am questioning what exactly is going on. And you can see them all. That's the back of my head there. And I'll just play it to the bit where they put me in the back of the van. Again, I'm just trying to get clarification about what exactly is going on, that 6 police officers come around, storm around, put me in handcuffs just as I'm about to take the dog for a walk. So they tell me it's to do with Father Fake, let's call him Father Fake, as a result of his complaint. And again, this is from our home security footage, so a lot of it is actually, unfortunately, off camera. I will request the footage when there. You can see I'm being dragged off. I'm in handcuffs behind my back. You can see my hands are in handcuffs. They're dragging me off to the car. I've got handcuffs on. I don't know if you can see them. They were very, very tight. They did leave marks on my hands. I'm trying to call the children, because the children are in other parts of the farm, to let them know, because they're basically just dragging off the parents. So the children, I was trying to call I was saying to them at this point, can I speak to my children? There's no one here on the farm. You're taking off both their parents. There's a safety issue. And the police are saying, don't call your children, it will stress them. I said, well, there's no one to look after them. They'll be left alone on the farm. You're taking off both their parents. So I was at this point saying, I want to see my children before you arrest both of us, because there's no one here to look after them. So that's what was going on there. And they would have been quite happy to put me in the car. But I said, I want to speak to the children and let them know what's going on. That's what was going on in that conversation. Because we do live on a farm, and the children are aged 9, 12 and 14, and then you can't just leave them alone and arrest their parents. So that's what's going on there. If I didn't say anything, they would have just put me straight in the back. My hands, you can see my hands are handcuffed behind my back there. And I'm trying to call the children. I don't know where they are, because we're on a 5-acre farm and we're trying to locate where they are. We don't know where they are. I don't know if they've been scared by the police cars or what. Lorraine is in handcuffs at this point as well, and we're trying to access where the children are before they arrest us both. I'm being searched at that point. You can see I'm being searched. You can see the police officer there. I'm just saying, what is going on? He's searching me for weapons. I'm being searched again. Again, I'm handcuffed. My hands are behind my back. They tell me not to move. She's got a hand on me to restrain me. I'm saying I need to speak to the children. They're telling me to be quiet. I said I need to speak to the children. There's Gemma. Now that's one of my children, and I try to tell her what's going on. That's my child Gemma. She's 14 and she's the eldest, so I'm trying to tell her to find the other 2 children to let her know what's going on. Now my child's really traumatized at this point. That's Gemma there. She's 14, and I'm saying to her, can you find Zoe and Zaki and let them know that we're being arrested, mum and dad are being arrested, and to look after them. So that's what I'm doing. So that's Gemma. We found her there. And you can see I'm still being searched. So obviously this is very, very traumatic. The children were traumatized and in shock. I'm in handcuffs. I'm saying, where is Zoe and Zaki, because they're younger. And Gemma's saying, I don't know. And we're trying to just find the children to let them know that both their parents are being arrested. That's what's going on there. The police is saying, it's basically telling me not to talk to Gemma. But I kind of dug my heels in and said, look, you can't just arrest parents and leave 3 children alone on a big farm. So that's what's going on. I'm making a fuss about the children's safety, that you can't just take the parents off and leave children alone on a farm. That's what this conversation is about. Unfortunately, as I said, there's no sound on this footage, but Gemma is standing there. She's absolutely in shock. And I tell her to try and find Zaki and Zoe. And Gemma just doesn't know what's going on. I'm still in handcuffs. And Gemma just doesn't know what's going on. I'm still in handcuffs. So again, I'm saying, where are the other children? I'm just making a fuss about the children. I'm saying Lorraine is also in handcuffs at this point as well. So we're both in handcuffs, surrounded by police. We're trying to locate the other 2 children before I get into the car. And I kind of said, I'm not going until the children are found and we have adequate, minding facilities for them before you take off their parents to the police station. Again, I'm still handcuffed. My hands are behind my back. Gemma is standing there. And again, I'm surrounded by the police. So as I said, if I didn't stand my ground and talk about the children, I'd be in the back of the van by then. They do put me in the back of the van, but the issue why we're standing around, as I said, it's to find the children. And I didn't realise they were going to arrest Lorraine, my wife. She's off camera, and I said, you're going to take off both parents and leave the children who are all 14 and under alone on a farm. And so we were having a discussion about that, because I thought, okay, they can arrest me, but surely not. So Gemma's gone off to find the other children. She's just gone off there. I don't know if you can see. She's gone off to try and find, because Lorraine wasn't free either. Lorraine was also in handcuffs at this point. And so I said, Gemma, go off and find Zoe and Zaki and just tell them what's going on. I'm still handcuffed. You can see my hands are behind my back. The handcuffs were really, really tight. And they did leave marks. They were far too tight. I'm not moaning about that, but I don't think it was necessary to have me in handcuffs, okay? And it certainly wasn't necessary to have Lorraine in handcuffs. So there you go. So she's got rubber gloves on, and they put me into the back of the car. You can see I'm still in handcuffs there. I'm being led into the back of the car. I'm still making a fuss about the children and the fact that you're arresting both their parents and leaving the children alone on a farm. And look, I'm turning around there looking for where are the children, because Lorraine was also under arrest and was not allowed freedom of movement. So we were just trying to get the children safe. And they were absolutely in shock, obviously. So I think they're putting me now in the back of the van. I'm still making a fuss. I said, I haven't seen the other 2 children. Where are they? I'm still in handcuffs. And as I said, the problem was that Lorraine was also under arrest, so she couldn't look after the children. And we were trying to access them, because as I said, it's a big farm. That's me there. I don't know if you can see me. That's me standing there with the police. And I think that's my little boy, Zach, who's 9. So we managed to find Zach. I was concerned about Zach because he's the youngest, and I tell him what's going on. The police were telling me not to talk to him. And I said, Zachy, I'm being arrested, Mama's being arrested. I mean, obviously he's only a little boy, he was in shock. I said, we're both being arrested, take care of the children, be good children, and we're going to try and get a friend here to look after you. So I was just explaining what was going on. I was trying to calm him down because the children were in shock. Gemma, that's my other child, now is coming. I think Zoe was too scared to come down. So these are my 2 children. I am explaining to them that Mama and Dada are being arrested, and not to worry. They stopped me talking to the children, and then they put me in the back of the van. Now the police are talking to the children. Zoe, I think, was too scared. The children are really traumatized and upset. And as I said, they couldn't go to their mother because their mother was also in handcuffs. I think at this stage, I think I'm standing there because my concern is with the children, okay, and their safety. And the police are talking to them. I think I'm being put there in the back of the van, and the police are talking to the 2 younger children. And Zoe, I think, was too scared to come there. The children are obviously really, really upset because I'm being dragged off, and their mum is also in handcuffs. And Zoe was too scared. So the children are really, really traumatized by this. The police are talking to them. Now, the footage goes on and on. What happens is we do eventually find someone to come and look after the children. Then the police go into the house and seize all my equipment. They seize all our computers, all our mobile phones. They search the house from top to bottom. They take away about £12,000 worth of equipment. We're left with no mobile phones, no computers, nothing. We were held in the cells for over 10 hours, and we didn't get back home till nearly midnight. And again, the children there are just being traumatized. Now, this is all as a result of a complaint by a defrocked priest who didn't like the fact that we found him out, and he was the one who instigated this whole complaint. That's what this was all about. And obviously this was, I think, a travesty of justice, and traumatized the whole family. The children are standing there, they don't know what is going on. And I said the shocking thing about this is that Lorraine was also arrested, so the children don't know what to do. They do come into the house, as I said, and seize all our equipment, seize all our phones. Gemma doesn't know what's going on. Zaki doesn't know what's going on. Gemma's going off to see if she can find Zoe. Zoe's just scared, apparently, in her room, doesn't know what's happening. Zaki is there, just wandering around. Dad's been put in the back of the police car. And I'm still in handcuffs. Lorraine does not have freedom of movement because she's also under arrest, but she's off camera. And I think they're trying to get a neighbour to come and look after the children. As I said, the shocking thing about this is they arrested both of us, all as a result of a spurious complaint by this fake priest. They do, after this, as I said, it does go on, they do conduct a house search, and they seize all our equipment. Obviously that's not on camera. They seize our phones, everything. We've got nothing. We can't operate. We had to go to London. We had to get it was such stressful. That now they go and search my car. Look at this. I didn't know they were doing this. They searched my van. This is my van, and they they searched the whole van. And they did this at the house as well. I mean, you can see what they were doing in the van, but they searched our house as well from top to bottom. There's the children again, trying to find Zoe. Zoe was hiding because she was scared. She didn't know what was going on. They're trying to find Zoe. They're wandering around. Again, Lorraine can't look after them because she's under arrest. Then they start searching the car. And this gives you an idea what they did to our house. They came in, they did the same thing to our house. Gemma is just like, that's my little boy Zaki, he's 9. That's Gemma, she's 14. They just are totally traumatized. They don't know what's going on. They're calling for Mama. Mama can't talk to them because she's under arrest. The police aren't really doing that. There's Zoe. Zoe runs out. Okay, so now we've got the 3 children. So we've got Zoe finally comes out. We've got Zaki. So those are the 3 children. They're just absolutely traumatized. They're calling for Mama. Mama can't talk to them. Gemma is the eldest. She's explaining to Zoe what is going on. The police don't seem to be too interested in the children, but the children are really, really upset and traumatized because both their parents are in handcuffs. So the police now go to, this will show you what they did to our house. I mean, you can see what they did to the car. This is my van. And before they search the house, they open everything. They've confiscated my phones, and just to give you an idea what they did to the house, they go through everything. They search the van. I mean, there's nothing in there, but like, they've got gloves on. They do a thorough search. This is before they come into the house. I'm eventually driven off to the police station. Lorraine is still standing in handcuffs. She doesn't have freedom of movement. Unfortunately, she's off camera, so you can't see her, but they did put her in handcuffs, so she doesn't have freedom of movement. That's why you can't see Mum, because she's also arrested. So they're going through the car, and this will just give you an idea what they did in the house. I didn't see them searching the car, but they did go to our house and confiscated all our equipment. They confiscated about £12,000 worth of equipment, everything, computers, phones, so we had nothing to operate with. So all of this on a spurious claim of a fake priest.